Australians suffer from back problems, and this week people are being urged to have a spinal checkup for free. The checks are part of Chiropractic Week, a week when chiropractors want to convince us to forget painkillers as a remedy to that ache.
If you wake up feeling grumpy and stay that way for most of the day, chances are you suffer from a musculoskeletal condition.
Most of the Australian work is done by people who are not feeling too good. And on any day, on any morning, that morning starts badly for a huge percentage of the Australian population.
5 million Australians suffer from back pains, headaches and arthritis. 3/4 take drugs to relieve the pain. But now 5 international studies show chiropractors are a cheaper, more efficient way to control low back pain.
Relief is what they do get, cure is what they don't, in a funny sort of way. The cure comes from the patient. The chiropractor's job is to relieve them so that their self-curing properties can be put to work.
Dorothy Moon swears by chiropractors. Every 2 months for the past 23 years, she's treated herself to a session.
I think by coming every 2 months, it really keeps you healthy. I very seldom do I ever go to a doctor.
To celebrate National Chiropractic Care Week this week, the region's 20 chiropractors are offering free postural and spinal assessments for those who believe they may have a back complaint. Jodie Duffy, Prime News.
Illawarra and South Coast are throwing their doors open to the public for free. The practitioners are offering spine and posture examinations in a bid to raise awareness about the controversial treatment.
Probably 5 million Australians with back pains and arthritis and fibrositis, tennis elbows, do not know that this is available relief for them. And probably 1 in 7 Australians who suffers from headaches regularly does not know.
That's exactly why more than 2,500 chiropractors Australia-wide, including more than 40 in the Illawarra and South Coast, have opened their doors to the community. They're offering free checkups in the hope people will see firsthand the benefits of chiropractic treatment.
People can come in and be checked over and assessed whether they've got the sort of distortions in their spine that could be already causing them troubles or could be the precursor to strain and pain, wear and tear.
Although they claim the controversial treatment is specifically for musculoskeletal problems, most chiropractors can relate other success stories.
If you improve someone's physical posture, other things improve. But the controversy over the last nearly 100 years now has been about these other conditions. I personally am in the business because I was helped with my asthma.
The free services are available until Saturday. Tracy Batchelor, Win News.
Still to come in Prime Local News, the woman who lost a hearing and then got it back again. A fig tree woman has become the focus of research around the world after regaining her hearing in one ear through chiropractic treatment. The woman is one of only 8 cases documented worldwide. Karen Carley reports.
Chiropractor Robert Cowin has been treating Liz Drummond not for back problems but for her hearing. 4 years ago, Liz was diagnosed with Meniere's disease. She had lost 90% of her hearing in her right ear and developed tinnitus, a condition which produces a constant ringing sound.
I couldn't hear what anyone was saying to me. Any noises around me echoed in my head, and it becomes very tiring.
Since the treatment began, Liz's hearing steadily improved and today is back to normal. For 18 months, Liz consulted ear, nose and throat specialists and oral surgeons who claimed nothing could be done to cure her condition. As a last resort, she decided to go to a chiropractor.
It's just made such a big difference. I'm able to do everything that I did before without all the tension and the stress that went with it.
Mr. Cowin has been simply manipulating Liz's neck.
Our way is an instrument adjustment, as it's called, which is a small force transmitted, a mechanical bump, into the neck to move bones back several thousandths of an inch.
Mr. Cowin says there are only 8 cases of this type documented in the world. Karen Cowley, Prime Local News.
And then a Thirroul teacher becomes a medical marvel. This week, chiropractors are celebrating their 100th anniversary of curing not only back pain, but in the case of a Thirroul teacher, her loss of hearing.
For a century, most people have associated chiropractic treatment with back pain or sporting injuries. But Liz Drummond, a literacy teacher at Thirroul St Michael's Primary, turned to her chiropractor for a different reason. She had almost completely lost hearing in her right ear. Ms Drummond was diagnosed with tetanus 4 years ago, which causes loss of hearing, ringing and buzzing in the ears, and loss of balance. It severely affected her work. She was no longer capable of effectively communicating with the children or even doing household chores. After spending 18 months in and out of specialist surgeries, she took a gamble.
After I'd tried all other forms of traditional treatments, I then tried alternatives, and I'd had treatment from a chiropractor previously for other problems, and I thought I will try and see what he can do. He must be able to do something.
And her chiropractor did. After several weeks of spinal readjustments, Ms Drummond noticed a slight improvement in her hearing. 6 months later, and her hearing had improved dramatically.
In order to prove that, I went and had further hearing tests, and the tests proved that hearing in that particular ear had returned to within the normal range.
Ms Drummond is still being treated regularly, but the threat to her hearing has disappeared. Jacqueline Ovadia, Win News.
And part 3 in our special series this week, looking at natural therapies. Does your child lack concentration and have poor memory skills? Well, they may have a spinal problem, which with regular chiropractic treatments may be reversed. Jodie Duffy reports in the 3rd part of our series on natural therapies.
For 18 months, 8-year-old Kimberly Delavere has had regular chiropractic treatments after her grandmother noticed her slumped posture. Since then, her health problems have greatly improved.
She was sick since birth. Chronic infections, mainly middle ear infections, left and right ear, kidney infections. Her mum said she was always tired.
At school, Kimberly had reading difficulties and lacked concentration, but all that's changed.
Her reading improved, her writing improved, her story writing improved. She was concentrating more.
Her middle ear infections too are gone.
I'm getting better at school and not sick all the time.
The change in Kimberly is remarkable. She's now doing so well at school, she's receiving reading awards from her teacher. Other conditions which can be improved by regular chiropractic treatments include bedwetting, migraines, asthma and eczema. You don't need to suffer back pain to see a chiropractor. For parents, the key is to observe your child's posture.
Most parents, when we show them their children's posture, they're quite shocked. You'll see a kid with a head over to the side, one shoulder higher than the other.
Long-term research is being carried out in Japan and the United States, linking spinal problems with ill health and poor memory skills. Jodie Duffy, Prime Local News.